I think the governors are very key. The governors of the states are very key on this issue because sometimes we play politics with a policy like this. I think the idea of bringing this was, first of all, to find, as you move in, this is a reform. You must get alternative. We're talking about alternative. Somebody was into poultry. You tell him that, no, I'm going to move you to another thing. He will rely on the government to provide an alternative. And that kind of alternative is something that is possible. I say it's possible because I mentioned Plateau, for instance. We had a very big farmland, which was sold to Nyako, Governor Nyako. Thank God his son is here. For a very long time, it became a problem in Plateau State. Every person that was contesting for governor, they will mention that. It's only when you buy that back that farm. I was very, very happy. Nyako, the father called me and said, I'm giving you back this land. I bought that piece of land. That land is still in Plateau State. It's still one of the biggest farms that we had. Nyako offered to me, we bought it back and it is there lying fallow. We had the biggest, like I said, in Kanam and so many places. And I asked the people, if you say you don't want to use it, when are you going to use it? Let us develop this. And so it is when you start developing this, bringing the ideas like Mumale said. I'm sure an average Fulani man is tired of moving about with malnourished cows. He would not want to be moving about. He wants to settle in one place. And the only thing that we can settle some of it is that we let us move back to the state governors. Where do we have this land? Any part of this land that you have, please offer. It is not that the government will confiscate it, because that was one of my challenge with the law. With due respect to the ranching law that was brought before the National Assembly to set up a commission, I'm sure it will be overtaken by events with this concept that Mr. President has brought. That would have been very, very difficult to say you have a commission and the commission will start talking about how to acquire land in a state. But in this concept that Mr. President is bringing, it is now a ministry. Let the ministry sit with all the governors. They are in charge. It's not federal government. Where are those unoccupied land? What are they doing? If it is meaningful, if for each state, there must be a concept to develop that so that everything, this livestock industry will flourish in that kind of thing. Some states are already having dairy farms. Plateau State had a dairy farm for a long time. Plateau was opportune to have one of the biggest veterinary institutions in West Africa. The Von Vet, why was it established? It was established for livestock business, livestock industry. But we left it wasted. We had a lot of veterinaries everywhere, to a point where we even ran away from training veterinary doctors, which was a very, very good concept by our forefathers, that we bring them up. People don't even want to read veterinary medicine again because they will tell you. And I have an example. At a point, I took them, I said, where are veterinary doctors? I showed them a lot of them trained, but no work to do. They don't have work to do. So if we bring them together and then all of them, and we start on this concept, I tell you that that will be an alternative. So the issue of domesticating livestock industries, like he said, will not be something of shame, of conflict again. All of us will go and agree that yes, ranching is the best way. Because as Momale said, all other animals are domesticated. They have stayed in one place. But why can't we take one and find a way, an alternative, sit down with the stakeholders and find a way of keeping them in one place? Because if you get to Plateau, that about 95% hectares that we have is being developed in Wase. If you want to do that business, there's no business that you cannot do on livestock. And as you do it there, if you have behind your backyard to do it, that concept will also extend to your backyard. The protection will be there. The attention will be there from the veterinary doctors. And like Yako, that will be revenue for the state and also address many of the insecurities that we have. And I say that because we have a lot of resource persons. And when I said, if this one fails, as a DG of the Renewed Hope campaign, I know that it will not fail when we have resource persons like this. Yes. So let us look at it.
Senator